Walton underneath, and is tipped and interception. And all the way inside the 10 to the end zone goes Marco Wilson. Marquez Callaway could not hold on.
All right, welcome to the Pick 6 podcast episode 2. It's the only podcast good enough to run the ball on 3rd and 3. I'm Trevor. That's Louie.
What's up?
We got some good stuff for you today. I hope you're ready for this. I know we are.
Yeah,
are you ready?
We're not sick this time.
We're not sick, and we're not
gonna. No idea what we've been through.
We filmed it twice.
We're sick.
Honestly, it wasn't that hard. Okay, it was difficult.
It was difficult because I was dying the following 2 days.
I'm happy to see that you're not dead, though. That's what's important.
Same for you.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, because if we were dead, then
we wouldn't even be here if we were dead.
Adrian would be filling in for one of us, and we don't want that.
No one does. All right, so to start off, this was a week of upsets.
Still kind of.
Nah, we're cutting that out.
Still kind of.
We're not cutting that out.
Yeah.
All right, the week of upsets, we had a bunch of them. We had almost more underdogs than favorites, I want to say, take the W in week 1. So I want to know the most important. It could be impactful. It could be the biggest. It could be the one you did not see coming. The most important upset of the week. What do we have? We're going to start off with the coin flip. How every amazing thing starts off. Are you ready? Call it in the air. Boom.
Tails.
Oh, we got heads.
Damn it.
We got heads. All right, I'll start off. So, my upset of the week. You can't lose to Sam Darnold. Okay? If you are Brock Purdy and you are Brock Purdy with a top defense in the league, if you are Brock Purdy with a trip to the Super Bowl last year and hopes to go back and lose again, you can't be losing to Samantha Darnold of the Minnesota Vikings. That's just not how we do it. My fear with Brock Purdy, my goodness. Take it outside. No, okay.
All right. No, you're.
Are you done? Goodness, we need some Mucinex in here. Okay. All I'm saying is my fear is that Brock Purdy currently is losing a Pro Bowler a week, and the dude has 7 Hall of Famers on the team, but he doesn't have 7 Hall of Famers if they're all in the locker room with boo-boo arm and a calf injury. So I am fearful for this team because they do not look like the 49ers if they are not all there.
Brock Purdy is a very overrated quarterback, to say the least.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's quite potentially in the best situation out of any player.
Oh, it's not even close, yeah.
Almost. I mean, I think, honestly, the next guy that's in the best situation, probably, it's the guy he lost to, and Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
Jefferson, bunch of weapons. Coming into
he doesn't even have Addison yet. Addison's been out the past 2 weeks.
I agree.
I mean, that's offense is extremely stacked as well, and I think their defense is very, underrated in Minnesota. They still have Harrison Smith anchoring that secondary. Dallas Turner is a very... I think he is going to be very good for them.
Yeah, they're very similar situations. I think Minnesota's a good football team. But the Niners, I mean, I had them second in the power rankings. I think they're a great football team. There's Hall of Famers everywhere on that team. There's Pro Bowlers on that team.
I love Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, he's all right. He's okay. I don't know.
Might be the best offensive coach in the league.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Next to, I mean, you can make an argument for Andy Reid, but...
Yeah. You know who Brock Purdy reminds me of, though?
A backup quarterback?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Well,
the dude has a ton of talent. We literally watch this, and people pretend like we have never seen this before. Bunch of talent, bunch of weapons, great offensive coach, great defense, Super Bowl.
I remember back when Garoppolo and Shanahan first paired up in San Francisco.
Yep.
People were raving about how good Jimmy G was with Shanahan. I think they were undefeated for his first season. I mean, he was off and on.
There's a stat. He wins like 86% of his games with the Niners.
But like before his full season with the Niners, he got traded halfway through he either got traded halfway through the year or he was hurt for half the year.
Yeah.
But he only played half the year with Shanahan. And they went undefeated during that whole stretch.
Yep.
And then the following year, they only lose, I think, 3 games.
Right.
They go to the Super Bowl, and they lost.
Absolutely. And we're seeing it happen again, and people are acting surprised. They're acting like Purdy is a different quarterback. It is the same exact thing happening in our own current time, and we're pretending like it's not. All right, so who is your upset of the week? I have a feeling I know where this is going, and I don't know if I'm ready for it. You're rocking up and down. You look like you can't contain it. Who is it?
The Raiders beating the Ravens.
Yeah. What's your point? I don't know.
Ravens, you yourself had the Ravens top 5 in your power ranking last week.
Still do, baby. Still do. Nah, I don't know. We'll see later.
Die by that stance.
I'm ready.
They lost to the Raiders.
Yeah.
That score was like 3-3 the first half.
Yeah.
Baltimore,
it's not a good game. It was a bad
quote unquote Super Bowl team.
Right. Yeah.
How do you not beat the Raiders?
Right. I'm going to call it an off week. We saw everyone in the NFL this week was just
Baltimore.
weird.
It was in Baltimore.
Strange week.
They lost in Baltimore.
Dallas losing to Derek Carr in Jerry World.
That's a Dallas thing.
Right.
Dallas
but I think this is who
the Ravens are.
No. I don't think
Not
the
a
Ravens.
Good team.
No, they'll crawl.
Extremely overrated.
They'll crawl out of this.
They have the best running back group. Because they have 2 of the best running backs.
I don't know about Henry anymore.
He
looked good though.
They're 0-2. You obviously need a quarterback to win the game. They do not have a quarterback, which is why they are 0-2 right now.
I think I said it last week. Lamar down is not where you want to be.
And
Lamar, when he is up 10, the dude looks like a Hall of Famer.
I remember,
down 10, the dude looks like Aiden O'Connell that can run.
I remember talking to you about Derrick Henry. Okay, halfway through that game.
Yeah.
Because he was doing nothing.
Yeah.
They weren't even giving him the ball.
Right.
Okay? Lamar throws a pick. You only give the ball to Henry a limited amount of times, and then when you're down, you do start giving him the ball, and he gets you a touchdown.
It's a little backwards.
Gets you a touchdown finally. You got to give that guy the ball from snap 1 of the game, and you got to build him up.
I think they are worried about injury. Harbaugh literally, and I'm not saying this is the right call, but Harbaugh literally said in last week's interview they're not trying to give him the ball 18 to 20 times. Y'all, 18 to 20 times is even low for Henry. That dude's used to getting the ball like 25 to 35 times a game. Dude won the rushing title from Nick Chubb fraudulently because he got the ball 170. All right, we're not going to get there. I'll start crying, and it's only been 8 minutes. All right. You want to dive into the next topic? There was a ton of upsets. I think I got the Niners. You got the Ravens. There's reason for both. I'm not going to disagree. We can move on. We can do the top 10 power rankings going after week 2. What's up?
Didn't Justin Tucker miss?
Probably. The dude should retire.
Yeah, he went 3 for 4.
Yeah. He's not good anymore. He is great from 30 to 40 yards. You know who else is? Every single person in the NFL. I'm sorry. I love him. I think he's the GOAT. I think he's the best kicker of all time. Not in 2024, though.
Yeah, he's not that good anymore. Their special teams.
He can't hit from long.
I'm telling you, the ball. They're not good. Okay, anyways.
Disagree. Top 10 power rankings. Let's get into it.
We gotta.
We'll hit the Ravens in this segment too. I feel like number 10. We're gonna start off.
No, we won't.
Oh, I will. With the coin toss. Are you ready to call it in the air?
Yeah.
All right, ready? Boom.
Tails.
You gonna call tails every time?
Yeah.
All right, what's tails?
Woo! All right, at number 10.
Yeah.
I got the Saints.
Me too, bro. I do too.
Yeah.
Saints at 10. They look impressive.
They do.
They played the Panthers, though.
They're the only team to have, scored 40 points.
They're dominant.
2 weeks in a row now.
They look good. I don't know if it'll last.
Week 1, it was like, obviously they scored 40. They played the Panthers.
Everyone does.
But now they went to Jerry World and did it against Dallas, who you yourself say Dallas is a Super Bowl team.
I think Dallas is.
It looks bad for Dallas, obviously.
Yeah,
but I think Dallas is they typically didn't they lose to the Cardinals last year?
Yeah.
Early on in the season, I think they lost to the Giants
one
year. Early on, they normally lose to a middle of the pack to worst team at least once every year early on. I feel so, but the Saints though,
They look good. They look fine.
Back-to-back weeks, Kamara looks like he's turning back the clock.
He does.
Carr looks like he's turning back the clock. What was it?
Rashid Shaheed.
Rashid Shaheed?
That's almost better than Van Ginkel, dude. It's
It
not,
is,
but it's
yeah.
almost. All right, you ready for number 9?
Yeah.
Who do we got in 9? Go ahead. You went first last time. We'll just keep you going first. Go ahead.
Got the Packers. The Packers.
Packers.
The Packers.
They're not on my list.
How?
Malik Willis, it's not sustainable, and I don't know
Does
how.
it have to be?
Yeah, but I don't know how long Jordan
Love's
going
going to be coming back within a week.
It's not for sure. It's not for sure. It could be 3 to 4, and at that point,
Yeah, 3 to 4. We already went through a week. So
and they're 1-1.
Exactly, they're 1-1 without Jordan Love, their actual starting quarterback.
Right, and if Jordan Love comes back and Malik Willis loses 3 to the next 4, which is probably going to happen, they're 1-4
played a team
and
who
in a deep
is
hole.
a fringe playoff team, but still a good team.
Mm-hmm.
They played a solid team in the Colts, and they still made it through.
Yeah.
I mean, with Malik Willis as their quarterback, I think that is
They're
pretty
all
good.
right.
All right, who do you
9, I got the Eagles. I think the Eagles dropped significantly. I'm not going to say too much about them.
I had them.
I think their
drop, too.
coach is an absolute, yeah.
I don't think they win this next week.
Who do they play?
I think they play the Saints.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a great football team that is going to be beat down by coaching staff and management.
Which is
And
what it's been for them the past 2
right,
years.
it's
feel
every
like.
year. This game is so consistent sometimes. The Eagles, yeah, the dude has a great record.
Yeah.
He's running and hugging second string players during the football game. I don't love it.
Sirianni,
Run the ball on 3rd and 3.
He has been
And maybe
carried
you're
by,
still top 5.
He was carried by his coordinators his first 2 years.
Well, his team is insane. They have one of the best rosters.
100%. But like they've been in and out of defensive coordinators all year last season.
Yeah.
Their defense was horrible. I don't think their defense looks fantastic this season either.
Yeah.
I think they're very hit or miss with their coordinators, and I think that's what Sirianni needs good coordinators.
He needs fired. Okay, number. Did you do your 9?
I did.
Yeah. Number 8. Who do you got for 8?
Got me some glory hole. Give me the Cowboys, baby.
The Cowboys. All
Give me
right.
the
They dropped
Cowboys.
significantly. I think there were 3 for you last week. They're 8.
Four for me last.
Okay.
Week. But yeah, they're
Big
not 8.
loss. Your thoughts?
Can't do that.
You can't lose.
You can't lose in your home stadium to a Saints team who was honestly, I mean, people were talking about how early is their head coach going to get fired this season, not, oh crap, the Saints are 2-0 blowing out their opponents.
Yeah.
On the road, did they play the Panthers in Carolina week 1?
No, I don't remember. The Panthers, I mean, who cares?
I mean, it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, you just can't do that.
All right. So 8, I got the Lions. I know you're going to flip out.
No, I had them drop too.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I think it's another one of those things where Dan Campbell is a great motivator and he takes the blame and he's a good human being.
Who's
really
cracked out on caffeine.
Yeah, absolutely. The dude looks like he could bench press Oklahoma. But the dude needs to be a little bit more relaxed and poised and just intelligent in making play calls at the end of the game.
Gotta rip the kneecaps off.
And rip the kneecaps. And that's the Lions' kneecaps are getting ripped off week after week because they win a lot of games and they're a great offense, but their coaching staff, they're a lot like the Eagles where they're going to lose some games just because of decision making. And that's just how I feel.
They live and die by any means necessary.
By Daniel Campbell. Let's go. All right, 7. Who you got?
I got Philly.
Philly?
I got
Okay.
Philly.
All right.
I didn't have them dropping as much solely because I think they're still a good team, obviously. I mean,
Yeah. My ranking
that roster is
solely
still
Sirianni.
fantastic.
That's it.
Yeah, I get that, and that's one of the reasons why I dropped them as well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably would have had them drop regardless,
Yeah.
just because they lost. But
All right. So 7 is a team that was not in my top 10 last week, but is now at a spot that they were exactly in your top 10. I got the Bake Show at 7.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I love the guy. I think he's a great quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback. I think he's good enough to win football games in this league, and I love his heart. But I think I was not expecting this win. I think the Detroit Lions are better than the Bucks, but they have the grit, and I think the Bucs just get that
Yeah.
subtle edge just because they want it more, and their coaches are together. They're ready to go, and they're ready to make calls to win the game.
I know last week you were saying that you don't think that they were a top 10 team fully yet, and I know some other people were also saying that.
Yeah.
But I think that win, solidifies.
It's 100% does. I did not think they were going to win.
I think they're now a top 10 team. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter where you have them at the top 10.
Yeah.
They're a top 10 team.
In the back of my head, I was like, okay, this could happen, because Baker always has those games. But man, I stayed away from this game. I did not think that was.
He did throw a pick in that game. I don't remember if it was his fault or not. But
let's just go with no.
At the end of the day, didn't he also have a rushing touchdown?
Oh, dude, the dude's juking out people and trucking people in the end zone.
He's gonna do whatever it takes to win the game at the end of the
He
day.
wants it. He just wants to win.
Which is what you want as your quarterback.
Right. All right, 6. I got the boys. I got the Baltimore Ravens, number 6 in the NFL. Listen, I don't care. They average 1 loss like that a league. I've seen it every year. They average 1 loss to the Chiefs per year. I've seen it every year. They're 0-2. It's time for panic, except for it's actually not time for panic, because you still have one of the best rosters, the best coach, and the best quarterback in the NFL, and I think they're I think they're 6th right now. I think they finish top 4 in the playoffs. I think they make it to the AFC Championship.
They're not even in the top 5 or top 10.
Yeah, well, that's crazy to me. But go ahead. No, I think it's insane.
My 6. I had the team who beat your glorious team. Your glorious.
Oh, Cowboys.
No.
Wait, what?
Your glorious man.
Texans?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were about to say the Raiders. I was like, dude, what are you doing?
No.
Okay, yeah, Texans. I like that.
Houston. I think they're climbing. I think they're a very good team.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Stroud is good. I think that defense is solid, and
they fight.
I think they're gonna be pretty good this game. 5.
Okay, at 5, I got the Cowboys. I'm not going to destroy them too much. They drop a little bit. I still think they're the 5th best team. They got a great quarterback, a great receiver, a great defense. Their coaching is very questionable, and their ownership is darn near impossible to figure out. But I think the Cowboys are a good team, and I think they can do great things this year. I got them at 5.
My 5 is Detroit.
Okay.
They dropped for me about 2 spots.
Yeah.
I mean, this week is weird.
Ew, I was very careful with this because I was like, I'm not going to overreact. It's very easy
it really is. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I almost had the Cowboys drop out of my top 10. But
Yeah.
I was like,
no. Yeah, you can't do that.
I don't. Baltimore, I could care less, but.
Your hatred for Lamar is something else.
I hate him.
Okay.
I dislike him.
All right. Number 4. We don't have to spend too much time. I got the Texans. You had them at 6. I think it's interchangeable.
So my 4, I got Baker. I got Baker in the Bucs.
Yo, I like that.
I got Baker in the Bucs.
I don't agree, but I like it.
I mean, at 5, I had Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to give them a nod. I mean, I had them pretty high last week anyways.
Yeah.
But they beat Detroit. I got to give them a nod. I got to put them over Detroit. So I have Baker at 4.
All right, Baker at 4. Number 3, I'm not going to beat him up too bad. I got the Niners at 3. Are we going to have the top 3 again? We might do this. This is crazy. The Niners, they deserve to drop. They don't deserve to drop too much. You lose to Sam Darnold. The Vikings are a good football team. They
actually really
They're
are
a fringe.
surprisingly
They're a
good.
weird football team that has a good roster and can win football games. I do think there's struggles with Purdy. We kind of talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Buffalo. Number 1,
Buffalo. Kansas
City. All right, we'll wrap that up. I think that's good.
I think it's
the
enough
top 3.
said. I mean, the Chiefs. We'll get into that.
Chiefs are 2-0. They were 1 last week. I'm not gonna move them after a loss or after a win. Same with the Bills.
I mean,
they
it's
slide
a tough
up.
win. It's a tough win still, but it's a win.
Yep.
You know.
Absolutely.
All
right. The next segment. This one I'm super excited for. We were gonna do it last week, but Adrian wrecked our day, so we didn't
also
get to
sick
it.
And we were tired because we were recording at freaking 10:30. We finished recording at 10:30.
Yeah, it was wild. It was crazy.
It took us a full 24 hours to get that uploaded.
Yeah.
Edited, uploaded because YouTube was being a pain. Everything was being a pain. Okay, anyways. Let's just go.
Okay, as if that wasn't concerning enough, this next segment, we're going to call it Time for Concern.
Yep.
We're going to talk about this. Is it time for concern for these? We picked 4 players. Are we worried? Are we moving off? Or is it way too early to tell? Mm-hmm. First one. We got Caleb. Is it time for concern in Chicago? The number 1 draft pick. He's not playing great right now. Is it time for concern, or is it too early to tell?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I understand kind of why some people would say it is, but again, he's a rookie, week 2.
Yeah.
We've seen other rookie quarterbacks struggle, young quarterbacks struggle. It's just I mean, it just takes time. I mean, he's what, 21, 22?
Very young. I think it's time for concern for Chicago because I didn't watch the entirety of the week 1 matchup. I cannot see this being a playoff team, and I used to think it was.
Well,
because it's not because of Caleb completely. I think Caleb's going to have some growing pains, and I think we're seeing it now. I think the Bears...
the coaching staff. Offensive line.
It's the offense. Like, the dude... Okay, he got sacked 7 times. Maybe 1 or 2 of those are his fault. Mm-hmm. That's still 5 times. At best case scenario, is getting sacked 5 times. Go watch the Tampa Bay Chiefs Super Bowl. Watch Mahomes on his back the whole time and see if he wins the game. I'm sorry. I don't think he's playing good by any means, but I think he has no time to do anything at all.
The Bears.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next. So you're not too concerned. I'm not really concerned. I think the O-line is a huge question mark, though. Yeah. Next. My least favorite coach in the league, Nick Sirianni. Is it time for concern in Philadelphia? Nick Sirianni blowing games out there and taking names.
It is.
That should be on a t-shirt. Blowing games, taking names. Yeah. You think it is?
It is.
All right, explain.
I mean, okay. I never thought he was that fantastic.
Yeah.
I think people gave him a lot of flowers and a lot of credit for that Super Bowl run.
Absolutely.
But I look at it as both your coordinators got new jobs following that game.
Yep.
That following season, you guys weren't as good.
Right.
You weren't as good. You went through 2 or 3 defensive coordinators. Jesus. Autism. Anyways, you guys go through like 3 defensive coordinators in 1 year.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
He's not it.
Well, I think last night is prime example.
Yeah.
I think if you run the ball 2 times, you walk out of there victorious. He did the only way to lose, and he lost the game. And I think it's proven. You lose to Kirk Cousins in prime time, you got to have some talks with yourself in the mirror that next day.
His whole career is being put on a pedestal because he has that Super Bowl appearance and the push.
Yep.
Push. I can't speak right now.
That's okay, man. Just eat a cracker, call it a day, we'll continue. We got Lamar next. I'm not even gonna ask you. I don't think it's time for concern with Lamar. I think Lamar is fine. I think the Ravens will be okay.
It's been time. It's been time since his first MVP.
He won last year.
He should have.
Okay.
I honestly think everyone that's not a Ravens fan would say that he should not have won that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's been known. He's not a top-tier passer.
Yep.
As a quarterback, you need to be able to make it, especially if you're an MVP guy. You need to make some. It's hard to describe the throws.
Yeah. But
you just know the throw. You know,
you
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you watch, I'm gonna sound like Collinsworth. When you watch Mahomes, you just see those passes.
Right.
It's like, dang.
I mean, I would argue when you watch Derek Carr, you see those passes, and you don't see it with Lamar. So I think Lamar needs to get better at throwing.
Also,
I don't know
he's
if that's
never won a playoff game.
Oh, yeah, he has.
No.
Yes, Lamar. They were in the NFC Championship last year, or the AFC Championship last year. It was Chiefs Ravens. They did good last year. You don't have to look it up. It was Chiefs Ravens in the AFC Championship. I watched the game.
Well, he's 2-4.
Okay. All right, next one.
Still sucks.
Next one. We don't have to spend too much time. Bo Nix, is there time for concern? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, me too. I agree. All right.
If he was 21, no.
Yeah.
But he's 24, 25?
Yeah, he's like 32 or something like that.
Yeah. So, it is.
All right. Welcome. It's time for halftime. Sit back, grab some crackers, try not to have pneumonia. Enjoy this. All right. Here comes halftime. This is something that we planned for a whole hour, and we're ready to do this.
Yeah.
We're going to do some You Don't Know Ball trivia. You're actually ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I got like a thing.
Like,
all right.
What is happening? Okay.
You don't know ball, baby.
You Don't Know Ball trivia
Yeah.
questions. We got 4 each. I'm going to ask you 4. You're going to ask me 4. We'll call it in the air to see who asks first.
Yep. And then
we got some Carney games
The asker-
going on at halftime.
the asker has to wear this on their head. And if, so let's say Trevor's asking me and I get it right, because I will.
Yeah.
I get the throw.
Yeah, he throws these and he misses because, coordination.
Loser has to start Daniel Jones in their in 2 leagues.
I'm absolutely terrified. What if he just goes off though? That'd be kind of crazy. All right. So let's get started. I'm just ready to do this. All right, who's asking first? Call it in the air. You ready?
Yeah.
Boom!
Tails.
Heads.
Dang it.
Okay, so I will ask first. We have
Oh, you
4
wanna
questions.
ask first?
Yeah, I want to defer, baby. I want ball at no.
You gotta wear it. You're asking.
Oh, dude, I do have to wear it. Man.
Give me
I was
my
not ready
freaking
for
floaties.
this. Oh, no. All right, you're wearing it. You're wearing it at the start because I already have these
Dang
over
it.
here. It's harder than it looks when you're sitting down. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't ready for this. Holy yeah.
Shoot.
See what I mean? This is one of these great on paper ideas. Oh no.
Who even freaking gave us this game?
We shout out Megan and Akil, honestly.
Alright.
We need like that like alright.
Alright, so I'm asking first.
Yeah.
Let me pull it up. Is this is it straight? Is it?
Oh yeah, that's great, man.
Look
I'm going
peachy.
2 for 2, at least. I'm going
Alright.
4 for 4. I'm not missing a question.
Question 1.
Yeah.
What year did Kirk Cousins famously say, "You like that? You like that? You like that? You like that?" as he marched through the tunnel at FedEx Field?
Okay, so I'm in
Year.
between.
I need a year.
I'm in between 2. I'm gonna stick with my guns.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go 2011.
Yeah, you shouldn't stick with your guns because you're wrong.
What is it? Is it wait? When is Cousins coming to the league? Wasn't he a rookie in 2012? Actually, I'm so confused. What year was it?
Yes.
I think it's like
2012 or 2013 was his first year.
It's probably like 14, right?
15.
15. All right, that's fine. I go 0 for 1. I'm not that disappointed about not knowing enough
Also,
about Big Kirko.
Also, if we don't know ball actually, and we don't get any questions right,
yeah, if we just suck,
we're just gonna
we're
freaking just start gonna yeet it at each other.
Yeah, first one to make it
Yeah.
starts. The other person starts Daniel Jones. All right, second one, hit me with it.
What was all involved, players only,
Okay.
in the Russell Wilson trade to Denver?
Okay. I know 2 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know 3 because I think the third one. Will you knock it up? No, I'm
sorry.
The third one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a Brown. So we're gonna do this right now. I'm going Noah Fant,
Okay.
Drew Lock,
Okay.
Shelby Harris.
Harrison.
No, it's Harris.
I don't know. It said Harrison when I looked at it.
Definitely not. The line.
But
the
all right,
lineman. Shelby Harris.
I thought it was Harris as well.
Yeah.
But yes.
Let's go, dude! I got a shot.
All right, wait.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Bonus.
Can you name all the draft?
No, that because there's way too much. Because it's the second worst trade in
Okay.
NFL history. All right, next question.
Oh yeah, we're not doing it yet. Okay.
No, I would. It's like 17 first, 34 seconds, a pet dog. Go ahead.
What team did the Patriots trade a first, fourth, and fifth to get Bill Belichick?
Oh, the The Browns. No, wait, no. I'm changing my answer. Changing my answer. I'm changing it. Can I change it? Let me change it. That's not my final answer. I'm not locking it in. Ready? Can I change it?
Fine.
The Giants. That's right.
No, it's not.
It's not?
It's the Jets. Jets, Jets.
I did not know that at all. My apologies. All right, next question. Is this the last one?
Mm-hmm.
All right, last question. I got one throw so far. It's not going well for the home team.
How many defensive players have won the MVP?
Okay, so like my first answer is 1, but I feel like that's too easy. Because LT, I don't think another one did. I know a kicker did. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go with 1. I'm going with 1. Is it more than 1?
Yeah.
Who else?
2.
Dang it! Who else?
I forget who. I
don't care. That sucks. It's Lawrence Taylor and it's someone else. That's rough. All right, so I get 1 throw. Am I doing it now?
It was Alan Page back in
the Vikings.
1971.
Dang it, man. I had that. Okay.
All right, you got 1.
All right, I get 1 throw. Stay still.
Oh, well.
Oh, man.
Wait. Do I need to, like,
No, you're good.
go down more? Or...
I got to check the wind. Yo, let's go, baby. All right. We might be starting Daniel Jones over there. And then I just... All right. Switch. Oh, no. All right, so it's 1-0. It's 1-0. You might get all of mine.
Practice?
No.
All right.
Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, my first question.
Okay.
Who holds the record for most passing yards in an NFL game?
In an NFL game?
In an NFL game.
So I know it's 700 something, right?
No. Okay. We're not doing that in there.
Y'all hear that? That was Adrian.
Okay. Yeah. It's not 700. It's in the 5s.
It's in the 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the forehead himself, Peyton Manning?
I need an answer.
Broncos?
I need an answer.
I'm gonna go Peyton.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Your final answer is wrong. It is Norm Van Brocklin on the Rams.
I knew it was gonna be
with
something.
like 5. I think it was 570.
Well, see,
or something like that.
I'm thinking of 700 because that's normally what I get in my Madden career.
Yeah, I got 1,500
So-
the other day. That was crazy. All right.
You played Luke, didn't you?
Probably, yeah. Next question. Who won
Okay.
the 2010 rushing title?
2010.
Yep.
All right. So back in 2010, was that? I'm trying to think. Was that pre or post Adrian beating his child scandal?
I can't say.
I think
I just asked the questions here.
I think it was post. Or I'm sorry. I think it was pre beating him with a switch.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. But did he tear his ACL that year? 2010. I feel like Adrian Peterson is such an easy one to go for that it's not. Frank Gore.
Final answer?
Locking it in.
It is Arian Foster, baby. Yeah. With the Texans, about 1,400
Yeah,
yards.
friend request. I don't know who that is.
Me neither. Question 3.
Yeah.
Name the last 3 teams to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
The last 3 teams.
Yep. So we're going back last year. Last
Okay.
3 teams to beat the Chiefs. Let's go.
Raiders are 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because they always at least beat the Chiefs once a year, it seems like.
Yeah, for some reason, yeah.
Bills. Yeah. So that's 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need 1 more.
Mm-hmm.
They were the number 1 seed last year, which means they probably only lost 3 games. I'm going to say Detroit.
Final answer?
Yeah.
It was the Packers. Flip! All right. We are 1 question away from Louis starting Daniel Jones in 2 leagues. I think, okay, if it eases you, this is my easiest question. but it's still a little difficult. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who was the primary quarterback in the Lions 0-16 season?
Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay. If we tie, do we both have to?
No, we can't. We're in the same league.
Okay. Okay, wait.
It's-
If we tie, I'll start him in one and you start him in one. Deal?
Or
Bump it. Just bump that. That's great. That's bump. If you miss, you start him in both. If you make, I'll start him in one, you start him in one.
Start him in Friends and Family League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm already 0-2 in that league anyway, so who cares?
This is
Yes!
All right, back to the pod. Let's go. Woo! All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that halftime. I know we sure didn't because we're both taking L's.
Danny dimes, baby.
What if he goes off? I kind of want it. That's crazy,
He
actually.
plays Cleveland, right?
Oh yeah, he's not doing anything.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, it's rough. All right. Next, we're gonna talk about potentially the game of the week. There was controversy. There was a 1-point loss. There was a lot of things. The Chiefs versus the Bengals. It's always a fight. It's always a battle.
I thought we were talking about Steelers and Broncos because that game was just so electric. The one
that might
touchdown.
have been the worst game
Nah, man.
of the week.
2-0, baby. 2-0 right here. Say something.
Something. All right, Chiefs Bengals. Right. We're going. Andy Reid versus Zach Taylor. We got stars everywhere.
Zach
We're
Taylor's
chippy.
overrated.
We're doing. Oh, of course he is. All right, just give me your flatline take. Chiefs Bengals. Chiefs victorious over Cincinnati. What does this mean for the Bengals? What does this mean for the Chiefs? What does this mean to you?
Well, okay. One takeaway I will say, and I will give the Bengals some cred. Burrow looked pretty solid in that game.
He had a good bounce back.
He looked a lot better than he did in week 1.
I need my hat, man.
And
all right, go ahead.
which was very needed. Okay, I mean he needed to have that game, and Mahomes looked a little rough. But
The dude's getting bored out here. He's trying to make it interesting.
The only thing that I would say for the Chiefs is it's gonna suck without Pacheco.
Yeah.
I think
They brought back Kareem though. That's kind of cool.
Did they? I didn't even.
Yeah. They signed Kareem today. Yeah.
I didn't see that. Oh wow.
That's gonna be interesting. I don't know if Kareem's great, but it's just gonna be so like nostalgic. Like it's back in 2017.
Where did he have his incident? Was it in Cleveland or was it in?
It was Kansas. It was while he was with the Chiefs, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but was it in Kansas City or was it in?
I don't know. It wasn't. I have no idea. I just hope he does good.
Kansas City women beware. All right, but yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't watch the game fully because I was too occupied watching my team just dismantle that Broncos team.
Yeah, Bo Nix, baby, let's go.
Boom,
Okay.
boom,
You already did that.
boom, boom. Okay, but yeah. So the only thing I really saw from the game was just looking back once in a while and at the red zone. I feel like you have more knowledge on the game than I would.
Yeah, that's
so
fine.
I'll let you.
I mean, I think just at a base level, without just watching the actual gameplay,
The sticky went off too.
I think the Bengals need to stop talking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yo, that was cool. I think the Bengals just talk so much trash because they beat them 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And now every time they come here, it's a chippy fight, and it's great for everyone watching. But man, you've lost the last two,
They don't
and
have
Burrowhead
anything to
is
back
not
up.
existent anymore,
Yeah.
and it's not working. Cameron Taylor-Britt has the best interception maybe all year, maybe one of the best ever, and they just still don't get the job done. And Jamar Chase, no one runs his mouth more than him. The dude has 17 yards a game. I don't understand. I think they need to take a step back and just examine themselves and say, hey, maybe we don't need to be on every press conference, podcast, and Instagram story talking crap on the Chiefs that we can't beat, and we can't even beat the Patriots either. We're 0-2.
Yeah. I've said this for a while. Taylor is a very overrated coach.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's all that.
Can't beat Baker. I know that.
I wish I could see McVay, Reed, Shanahan with that offense.
Yep.
I mean, because like that would be one of the best receivers that they would be able to work with. Period. And Chase.
Yeah.
Okay, and then obviously Andy has Mahomes, but like Shanahan and McVay would be able to work with a top 5 quarterback and Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I think would be just amazing.
Yeah, it would be great to see.
I think their offensive line is average, but I think when you look at the Niners too, their offensive line is kind of average, but it looks good because of what they're able to do.
Yeah, and this is why I like the Texans, because like the Texans are underdogs, and they fight and they fight and they fight, and they give the Chiefs a run for their money, and they don't say much, and they go out there and they play their heart out. But the AFC, other than that, is full of a bunch of teams that talk so much throughout the week, get to Sunday, lose, and then examine the entire tape trying to find something to blame on it. Because let me tell you something, that was pass interference. He knows it, the coach knows it, Cincinnati knows it, everyone knows it. You can have every opinion you want, that is pass interference.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like, this is what we do now. We lose the game, and we talk so much that we have to go find excuses for why we lost.
So then you blame it on the...
You blame it on the refs. When in doubt, zebras, baby. Yeah. I do think Mahomes looked really bad. I think that was one of the worst, if not the worst game of his career.
Yeah.
Career low in passing yards. The one interception was absolutely awful. The other interception was just a great play, but also a ball that shouldn't have been thrown. So I don't think Mahomes played good at all. Chiefs leave Arrowhead with a victory. They go play Big Kirko next week on primetime. Hey, man.
Primetime again?
Atlanta Kirko on primetime is undefeated. That's all I'm saying.
He's a little different now, man.
He's different.
He got some swagger.
Well, Sirianni's not going to be calling the game, though, so they're probably going to lose. But that's neither here nor there. Are you ready for some weekly awards?
I am.
You am.
I got to plug in my laptop.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
All right. So weekly awards. We did this last week. We're going to do it every week. We got the MVP. We got the Rookie of the Week. We got the Offensive Player of the Week.
Yep.
We got the Defensive Player of the Week.
Yep.
We got the Most Improved Player of the Week. A person that sucked last week.
Yep.
Maybe was on bench watch. Now came out, balled out week 2.
Yep.
Let's go. And then returning everyone's favorite, the Dumpster Fire of the week. Let's go. You want to start?
I wasn't even playing, man.
No, it wasn't. But we're just awesome like
We're
that.
just...
Coin flip. Call it. Ready?
Heads.
Heads.
I'm doing something different.
It's tails.
Gosh!
Okay. All right. Bad start. Week MVP. I got Kyler Murray. I think he was.
Really?
I got Kyler.
I did too.
Oh goodness, that's crazy. I think he went out there. He balled out. Perfect passer rating against the Rams. They weren't supposed to win that game.
Dude was. I mean, what they had? What 41?
41.
41 points.
31 point win.
That's insane.
The Rams are a good football team.
Cardinals are just better.
Kyler, baby, our tiny friend. Bump it. Boom.
Baby
All right.
Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Have you seen the meme of? I think you showed it. The Marv and Kyler's like way
Oh
down
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I showed you that. Yeah.
All right. Offensive Rookie of the Week. Who do you have?
I got Marv.
Me too. Okay, so we kind of talked about this. This was a week where people just balled out.
Yeah.
So we might have a very similar lineup
honestly
here.
probably have the same one besides maybe
The last two, probably.
Most Improved and Dumpster.
Yeah. But, I mean, okay, Marv had 4 yards last week.
Yeah.
Everyone was writing him off. People were wondering if he was even open or what was going on.
25
Dude comes
some
out,
fantasy points.
yeah,
I mean,
130 yards. First quarter is just lighting up and torching the defense.
first play was a touchdown.
So was the
Practically. Yeah.
second.
So
2 receptions, 80 yards, touchdown. He's looking like Randy Moss on Thanksgiving. Yeah, Marvin Harrison. All right, so Offensive Player of the Week. Who do you have?
the only guy who scored 4
I mean,
touchdowns.
yeah.
Alvin Kamara.
What are we doing? The dude,
dude
he's turning back the
was-
clock.
Dude was, I mean, I bet you wish you started him in fantasy, but you didn't.
I went 5 for 5 this week. We're good. We're fine. I mean, not next week because I got Daniel Jones at the helm. But Kamara was balling out on my bench. He's great. He looks to be better than ever, honestly.
Turn back the clock, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, he's what, 30 now? 30, 31?
Something like that, yeah.
He's got a lot of mileage on those wheels he's got there, right there.
I agree. All right.
Doesn't matter.
The
Doesn't matter.
defensive player of the week. I think we have the same answer again. Who do you got?
Get
The helmet?
Get the helmet.
Go blue, baby. Boom.
Aiden.
5 sacks. What are you going to do? I mean, okay, what's crazy to me, I think the bigger story, he lost. Like, 5 sacks
that's
terrorized the game,
Honestly,
and they lose by 4. That's
if
sad.
they would have won that game, he would make a running for the MVP. I feel like
Of the week, yeah.
the MVP has to win the game. I feel like,
right,
anyways.
right.
So, but
5 sacks is crazy. They had no answer.
Honorable mention. What is his name? Hold on.
This is why he's not the winner, because we don't even know who he is.
No, his team did win the game. At a pick 6, Jamarcus Ingram
Okay.
from the Buffalo Bills.
All right. Yeah, no, I don't mind that. I think 5 sacks is just really tough to beat. But yeah, dude is balling out.
Honorable mention. For an obvious reason.
We just mentioned Jamarcus Ingram on the pod. Let's go.
I don't even know who the hell that guy is.
Okay. All right.
Now I do.
Yeah. We figured it out.
Yeah. Okay. Most improved.
Most improved player of the week.
Gonna be interesting. This is a new one.
New one. I'm digging it. So a player that was garbage last week.
Just horrendous.
Just terrible.
Well,
we were giving
horrendous.
up. No, I would. I would say absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And now they bounce back week 2. They improve. They lead their team. They look good in the game. Who do you have?
So this guy, he won week 1 and he won week 2. Okay. Week 1 though, he played the Broncos, and it looked like a very tough game for them.
Yeah.
This week,
I think I know who it is.
Still a tough game. I think the Patriots are a lot better than what people give them credit. I don't think they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they're a gritty team that can win 7 games now. 7-8 games and be in it a little bit more.
Perhaps.
But this guy actually had a very good game. Geno Smith.
Oh, I did not think you were going there. Okay. I thought you were going to say DK, because DK had like 20 yards last week.
That's fair too.
And he balled out. No, the Seahawks.
But there's a reason why
fine.
DK balled out.
Right? Someone was slinging the rock, baby. Let's
Geno
go.
had almost 350 passing yards in this game.
That's because they rode him, man. He didn't write back.
He didn't write back.
Okay. This hurts. I'm not excited about it, but I have to do it. The most...
Don't say Deshaun.
No, I will never say Deshaun.
Okay.
Most improved player of the week. Give me Kirk Cousins.
Like that!
I mean, I have my problems. I have my people. I have my fair share of issues. Last week, he was the leading candidate of Dumpster Fire Player of the Week, which is not the award you want to win. We all know. This week, he's leading a drive. We can call it Nick Sirianni, but you still have to play good in those drives, and he didn't miss a beat. He took his team all the way down. The Manning brothers were debating if he scored too quickly. That was just the ice he had in his veins for the last minute and some of that game. From Dumpster Fire of the Week to leading his team for a game-winning touchdown on primetime, which he doesn't have a great reputation for.
Not at all.
No. He's actually
I typically bet
pretty bad.
against him on primetime.
Yeah.
I had him as my fantasy quarterback one time.
I thought we
benched him.
There was a time where I thought we were going to see Penix last night. Okay. Are we ready for everyone's favorite? It's my favorite. I don't know. The Dumpster Fire of the Week. Who is your Dumpster Fire of the Week?
Dak Attack. I got Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
You got to win at home.
Yeah.
You got to win at home.
Yeah.
And he sucked.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he balled out and it was like 41-40 final score. They had 19.
Yeah.
And most of those were scored late in the game.
Yeah.
You got
He had a good
win.
throw to CD. That's about it.
That's all he did. I'm pretty sure he had like a pick, maybe even 2.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He just got paid last week. Play like it. Play like you are worth $60 million a year.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Nope.
Obviously.
All right, so I'm going back to back with just absolute heartbreakers. My Dumpster Fire Player of the Week is a young player. High hopes. and he's been disappointing.
Oh! I know.
He has a weight put on his shoulders to take his team to the playoffs. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Through 2 weeks,
Paint
they're
on his
0-2.
nails, I'm assuming.
They're 0-2
Oh, they're
to
0-2.
start
It's
the year.
different. Okay,
They're
I don't know,
0-2
Caleb.
to start the year. He's reckless, costly turnovers. I know you're thinking, Caleb. I'm not going to do it. The dude has no offensive line. Give me Anthony Richardson. I don't care. You can call it a troll. Check the interceptions. One had 3,
fair.
one had 2.
His week 1, I think everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, did you see that throw?"
He had one
made?"
throw.
But he still went off, I believe, for 48
He was
completion percentage.
He's not okay.
Very inaccurate.
There is Caleb. You can give Caleb this award. I won't do it. It's beneath me. But there's Caleb and there's Anthony Richardson. Mm-hmm. One had 2 interceptions. The other person had 3 interceptions. Yeah. One person was not supposed to win the game. Was a 6-point underdog.
It's already wrote off
in this game.
Yeah.
The other person was playing Malik Willis, and everyone was betting on them to win, and they lost.
Also, Richardson was a lot of people's long shot MVP.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people were writing
high
him in
right.
as an MVP candidate this season.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. He's too inaccurate with the ball. Very athletic.
Yeah.
100%. Potentially the most athletic quarterback in the entire league. But he's falling into the Lamar category where he's just a big running back.
Yeah. I think it's easy. I think one team was favored, one team was the underdog. This dude threw more turnovers. This dude didn't. I don't think the entire blame of the Chicago loss is on Caleb. I would almost argue it with the Colts. I mean, the defense gave up 16 points. You can't win the game. You threw 3 turnovers. Yeah. That's the Downs Fire of the week, baby. Are we ready for the extra point, the one last wrap-up of this podcast? Y'all, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I will link the TikTok, the Instagram, and the YouTube down below. Louis going to go get some Mucinex, eat a couple more crackers, and we're going to edit and try not to cry.
Woo! See ya. We never talked about the Jets.
We don't need
We got to talk about the Jets.
We bring the boom. That's what we do. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to you. We bring the boom. We bring the boom to everyone. We bring the boom. Your favorite father and son.
Every afternoon on your FYP.
We'll be bringing the boom around 3:15.
We bring the boom so loud the whole earth shakes.
With double chunk chocolate cookies
And chicken bakes. Biceps and triceps bring the boom that everybody deserves.
and we call him Big Justice, cause that's what he serves.
We bring the happiness and laughter when we enter the room. And
We're changing up the world with the boom or doom. We bring the boom.
The goddamn Jets.